Hi, I'm Brady.
And I'm Seth. Let's get started with the news.
Attention all freshmen and JV basketball players. Please wash your uniforms, practice jerseys, and shooter shirts. Coach Work will announce a time and place for uniform/gear collection sometime after the conclusion of districts next week, so stay tuned.
Attention spring sport athletes. First day of spring sports start Monday, March 9th. Practice locations and times are posted in the athletic office. Also, you must have a physical on file in order to even try out. If you have questions, see Beth in the athletic office. Boys golf signups are in the office. There will be a meeting in Mr. Frazier's room March 9th after school. If you missed the track signups last week, just visit GoSparta.com, click the red high school track signups link, and enter your information there. Or feel free to talk to Coach Smith or email Coach Buckner with any questions or concerns.
Softball tryouts next week, Monday 2:45 to 4:15 all week for all levels. Please make sure that if you haven't already played another school sport this year that you need to get your sports physical done and on file to participate in tryouts. Bring clothes for inside and out. But baseball starts March 9. First week will be all levels from 4 to 5:30. Meet on the track at 4 and always bring gear to go outside. We will go out if the weather allows. Calendars are outside Coach Morris's office or on Facebook like Sparta Baseball for all information.
The girls varsity basketball team beat Comstock Park 44 to 41 in a thrilling game. Sparta led 20-13 at halftime and never gave up the lead and held off the Panthers at the end to close out the game, making the free throws. The team now plays Nuevo in the district finals at 7 p.m. at Fremont. Show up and show some support. Hey, look, those amazing Spartan Hoopers are in our studio.
Hi, I'm Kenzie. Hi, I'm Paige. I'm Britton, and I'm Boo. We did really good last night. I went with a 12-point lead in the first quarter and went from there. We have a game at 7 in Fremont against Nuevo. We really need a Blue Crew, so please come out and support us. Just be there for us to cheer us on so we can bring that W home. And yeah, everyone else helped pretty well on our team too, so please come support.
Thanks for coming in, girls.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Any boys grade 9th through 11th interested in AAU tryouts for the GR Storm, West Michigan Lakers, or NBA, please see Coach Ward for information. There's also information available on all the team websites.
All right, bonus day here. All wrestlers are coming in.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
I'm Hayden.
I'm a wrestler. I wrestle people.
We wrestle super good.
I wear singlets and stuff, and we're going to state championships.
Saturday at
Saturday.
Ford Field.
Come on out if
And
you want to
support.
watch us.
It's a long
wrestle
drive.
people.
We can have a great weekend in Detroit.
It's going to be great.
Maybe stay in a hotel. Hayden Cook, Logan Slominski, Brandon Van Dyke, and Nate Vanacker. Bye.
That's all for today's news.
That's all for today's news. Let's end with a PSA from Nurse Amy.
Hey Spartan Nation, I'm Zach. Now recently I'm sure many of you have heard about the coronavirus going around, so I am here with Nurse Amy to help relieve some of your fears. So, Nurse Amy, can you tell me a little bit about what exactly the coronavirus is?
Well, Zach, first of all, thanks for having me here so I can share some accurate information to help relieve some of the fear of the unknown about this new virus. And that's exactly what it is. Coronavirus is a new virus that originated in China in December and has spread to other countries through travel. And because it's a new virus, there's a lot of unknowns, and that's what can create fear around the globe. So
you said it spreads a lot through travel. How exactly? Is it more airborne, or how exactly is
the coronavirus is spread like a lot of the other strains of flu that we're familiar with that we have this time of year during cold and flu season. And it's spread through close contact. So the coronavirus is spread a lot like the other strains of flu that we're familiar with this time of year during cold and flu season. It's spread through close contact, through coughing, sneezing, droplets in the air, and some skin-to-skin contact. If I have germs on my hand and I touch you and then you touch that same area and touch your face, then you could get it too.
what types of people would be at risk for coronavirus?
Well, everybody is at risk for coronavirus, just like everybody is at risk for other types of flu. Generally speaking, People like you and I are not going to get that sick from the coronavirus, just like we don't get sick from the other strains of flu. However, the people that are most at risk or suffering the most are the young, the old, and the medically compromised, such as patients that maybe have asthma or some other respiratory problems, because it is a respiratory infection.
Okay. So what is the best way to help prevent getting the coronavirus?
The best way to prevent getting the coronavirus is to apply a lot of common sense rules that we apply this time of year. First of all, if you're sick with a fever, please stay home. If you have a fever of 100.0 or higher, please stay home. Another way to prevent it is to wash your hands regularly. People don't realize it, but we touch our face several hundred times a day without even realizing it. So if you're out in public and you're touching surfaces and then you touch your face, you're at risk. So try not to touch your face out in public, and really good hand washing. Frequent hand washing for 20 seconds at a time with warm soapy water. If you don't have warm soapy water available, hand sanitizer is a good alternative.
All right. And how is the coronavirus treated?
At the current time, there is no immunization or vaccination for the coronavirus, just like there isn't for most types of flu. So what we're doing is we're treating the symptoms, which is to stay home. You can take fever-reducing medication, cold medicine to help relieve some of your respiratory symptoms, and good hydration, healthy diet, a little bit of exercise, and a lot of rest to let your body heal.
All right. Any other tips and tricks you have for us?
Main thing is stay home if you're sick, and when you're at school, cover your cough and your sneeze, and wash your hands regularly, and try not to touch your face.
All right. So I've heard in China that they're closing down like businesses and school systems, and then I've heard here in just West Michigan that they've been closing down schools just for the regular flu. So what exactly would it take to have like a Sparta-wide sick day?
That's a really good question, Zach. And with the coronavirus, that answer might be a little bit different than with the regular flu virus. Generally speaking, 25% of your students absent is the magic number. So in the state of Michigan, if you do not have 75% of your students attending that day, we can't count the day as a school day. We have to make that day up. So when our absences start getting close to 25%, we start crunching some numbers. It's a lot about statistics. We start crunching numbers. What's our enrollment, and how many are absent? Are we getting close to that 25%? And I know you kids are too young to remember, but Paul and I remember back in October of '09 with H1N1, we were getting close to 25% of our students being absent, and we were running out of teachers, we were running out of subs, we were running out of bus drivers. We were having a hard time running the district, and so we called it for 3 days. We did not have school. We canceled school, all extracurricular activities, because you don't want to not have school, then everybody comes to school for extracurricular activities and shares those germs. The whole idea is to keep all those germs home. So we shut down for 3 days. It was a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend we came back on Monday, and our numbers were right around 10% again, which is normal for average cold and flu season. This time of year, we'll have about 10% of our students absent. It's when it starts getting up close to 25 that we start thinking about calling it. However, with coronavirus, because the fatality rate is a little bit higher than the regular flu, the health department might change those numbers a little bit. But if and when we have a case of coronavirus in Michigan or in Kent County getting close to us, Mr. Bush and Mr. Spencer and I will be in very close contact with the health department, and we will take our lead from the health department.
All right. You heard it here, Sparta. Make sure you guys are washing your hands and stay home if you are sick. Miss Amy? Well, thanks.
Thank you for having
Not a
me.
problem.
New segment, Hot News.
Where we cover hot topics in a minute or less.
Joe Biden was a big winner from Super Tuesday.
Mike Bloomberg is officially dropping out of the race for president.
Coronavirus strikes California. 1 death and they declare state of emergency.
2 devastating tornadoes struck Nashville, Tennessee last week.
And in barely relevant news, Michigan State's tied for first in the Big Ten Conference.
You stay spicy, Spartans!